morning, Santa Barbara Teen Sports listeners. I am your host, Erica Salter, the Queen of Teen. We welcome you all to join us
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. right after the news. This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes and all the people and all those wonderful, generous businesses that support those athletes. Let's put it together. Woo! Yeah! I love it. I love it. Hey, folks, every time you listen to a commercial, those commercials have all been donated by, none other than Dr. D, who's in the house. Woo! And KCSB AM 1290. The reason is those business support and they love our teen athletes. Put it together. Yeah. So if you hear those businesses and you see them out on the street, give them a nod and give them a handshake. One person that I got to, again, speak so highly of is the owner of Kesey Bella, Chris. I actually went there before the show today. I had a little owie in my hip. It's called AGE. I don't know. I got out of my car and I'm like, holy cow, I hurt my hip. How can you hurt your hip getting out of a car? What am I doing? Andy Gill, you're making fun of me right now. No. I didn't do the stretching. Okay? Talk to me right now.
Your hair color looks fantastic.
Thank you. That's it. I like it. That's Andy Brown. Yeah. That's another donator.
Is that really a color?
What does her hair color have to do with aches and pains?
My hair. I like my hair.
And what does AGE stand for? Is that an acronym?
Yeah, definitely. Every time I'm trying to straighten up as I speak. Andy Gill, what's going on?
So I got a camera behind me right now.
Yeah.
And I'm actually trying out for this TV show called American Ninja Warrior.
Whoa.
So
very cool.
I'm actually gonna put this on my tryout video. But
are you getting me?
Get her.
I'm gonna be the ninjet.
Yeah,
the ninjet.
So
okay.
I am a huge fan of the show. All I do is climb things, and I legitimately think I can win it. So I submitted my name, and they're asking me to submit a video.
Oh my god!
And I am legitimately trying to win that show.
Oh, you're talking climbing. That hurts. Just
climbing,
thinking about lifting
running,
my right leg.
Yeah, and then with all these athletes in the room, I'm feeling inspired. So
that's fantastic.
Then,
good luck to you.
Yeah,
nice.
And then I got Josie next to me. So
all right, that's all good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, to your left, we have Joan Calder. Woo! Famous author. I love Airplanes in the Garden. And I not only love the book, but I love the music that went with it.
A larva crawls from a tiny egg, munches milkweed leaves all day. She grows and grows, then sheds her skin. Her color's worn of poison within. Oh, fly away, fly, we say. Everybody fly one day. The caterpillar can only crawl, but the butterfly flies away. She stores her fat for a special day, forms herself in the shape of a J, sheds to reveal a chrysalis. It's time for her metamorphosis. So fly away, fly, we say. Everybody fly one day. The caterpillar can only crawl, but the butterfly flies away. Tick tock, 12 days pass. The butterfly comes out at last. She dries her wings, rests in a gum tree, sips flower nectar, oh so sweet. Oh, fly away, fly, we say. Everybody fly one day. The caterpillar can only
I love that song.
I hope you sing it every morning in the shower.
Well, I know, but I love it. And maybe we could get Dr. D to cut a little piece of it when we have our break, because we have a little break. I love that song.
Oh, well, thank you.
That song just does it for me. I don't know why.
Oh, I love it.
How did you find that song? Even the book is great.
Yeah.
But it compliments.
I ran across a lady, and she said, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm writing a book." She said, "About what?" I said, "Oh, just butterflies." And she said, "Let me show you this song." She wrote it for her 5-year-old when he was in kindergarten, and she let me use it. So it's fabulous.
Tearjerker.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
Love it. Thank you. Joan Calder. Woo! All right, across from Joan, we have Sloan Reale. How you doing, Sloan?
I'm doing fantastic. Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. Great to be here.
Can you tell everybody out there where else were you, on the internet, the Facebook?
Oh,
you got all
Facebook,
that?
YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, the internet.
Yeah.
teensportsradio.com. That's the signature sound, right?
Bring it down slow.
Has everyone heard the new commercial? Thank you so much for that spot that you all did. Where can they hear that little? That's in between commercials and start and beginning of the show.
Yes.
They're going to hear it today.
Yes,
they've already heard it.
We're going to hear everything.
That's so amazing what you can do.
Year 2015, we're blowing up. The internet is blowing us up. Everybody's blowing us up. Then we don't have him here today, but well, you know something. We only got like a minute left, so I can't go on to that story because we have like 9,000 kids we have to interview today. But Terri Cooper, Dr. Energy, is in the house.
Yeah! Dr. Energy.
Hey, they didn't see the cue. I know.
It's really sad when you have to prompt people.
Really. There's like dead air. Everyone's trying to fix the knob.
Dead air.
Exactly.
Dead air.
Cool.
Tell us more.
Hey,
Today I have the wonderful
Okay.
Coach Joe Zamora.
Oh, cool.
Of Dos Pueblos, the Chargers basketball team.
Cool.
And we have 5 of his athletes with us today.
Okay.
And Nick Ditmeijer, Jayson Williams,
Nice.
Eli Wopat,
Nice.
Diego Riker.
Right.
Riker? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. And Anthony Trujillo. So welcome and Happy New Year,
All right.
everyone.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Joan, who did you bring? Because we got to go to break.
Oh, I brought Jan Barron. She's from Girls Rock Santa Barbara, and she brought 2 of her students, Sofia Schuster and Jade Burlew.
Right. And then we got Andy Gill. Who'd you bring in the house?
So I brought Coach Amy Bryant from Carpinteria High School.
Nice.
And 2 of her athletes, Madison Cleek and Rubi Alberon.
All right. On that, let's go to break. This is Erica Salt. It's go time. We'll be back with more after our generous commercials. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We welcome you all to join us
Every single Tuesday.
9 a.m. right after the news. And Terri Cooper, you know where else we're at located?
Yes, you can also hear us on Tuesdays at 11 p.m., Sundays at 2 p.m.,
Nice.
and Monday at 3 a.m.
I love that one in particular.
That's the
I know.
best one.
I know.
That's
I gotta
right.
get one of those things.
It's
on
just
my
me
fridge.
and the athletes at 3 in the morning.
No, that's got to get out of that. All right, Terri, who'd you bring? Introduce them.
Oh, yes, I'd be happy to. I brought Coach Joe Zamora.
Hello.
And Joe, you've brought 5 of your stellar athletes, and I wonder if you could introduce them to us and tell us a little bit about them and why you brought them.
Sure, no problem. The first one I brought is Nick Ditmeijer. He
Yeah.
is one of our seniors. He's a senior co-captain, and he was actually a leader for us last year on JV. Just a great young man that we think is a great ambassador for our program. Wanted him to come.
Wonderful.
The other one we brought is our junior co-captain, Jayson Williams. Say hello, Jayson.
Hey.
He's also a co-captain and someone who's been on our varsity team for 2 years. Great young man. I also brought Eli Wopat. Hello. Eli. He's a junior. And I brought Diego Riker, new to our varsity program. He's a sophomore. And I also brought Anthony Trujillo, who's a sophomore as well.
Welcome. Welcome.
Man, it is a real pleasure being with you guys because I've been reffing and seeing you guys play since you guys were probably in 2nd grade. And I actually played. I was an athlete and Joe Zamora was coaching. So I've known Joe since I was 8.
Junior, it's been a while.
Yeah, so Joe's a legend here in town, and as a coach, I've always kind of wanted to coach like him. I think he keeps his guys in check. They play hard and they know what they're doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bringing my ukulele next time.
Yeah. What are you guys' goals for this season? What are you guys looking to do?
Good question.
We're looking to win Channel League, and we've had a rough start, but we're turning a corner right now, and we're hoping to make a statement to the city and to the rest of Channel League.
There you go. I was looking at your preseason schedule. You guys played Modern Day. You guys played some big names. How did that go?
It was a good learning experience. Coach Zamora gives us the great experience to be able to face teams like Modern Day, Rigetti, Westlake, teams that are going to make us better and not let us be surprised when we see D1 athletes all across their starting lineup.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to give you the biggest trouble this year in the Channel League? A lot of good teams.
Probably San Marcos. because they got Scott Everman, and he's like 6'6", and he's probably gonna go D1. So by San Marcos.
There you go.
Coach, I wanted to ask you a question. When I was corresponding with you, I noticed at the bottom of your emails, it says, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And I loved that. And I asked if I could borrow it for my own emails. And I wonder what inspired you to use that and what it means to you.
Well, I just think it's really important for my young men, especially that when they are doing this, in life, you don't want anything to be easy. You want to challenge yourself. You want to grow as a person. And so if we challenge ourselves, and we may fail, it's okay to fail, but learn from your failures and then you can succeed. The other thing is for these guys, like I said, we play very talented teams, and when you play a tough team, sometimes you're going to have a setback. You learn from that setback, so the next time when we go out there, we have the opportunity to be successful. And that's in life in general. I told them it doesn't have to just do with basketball, it has to do with you and academics in your classroom. If you don't challenge yourself, don't take the easy courses. Take some courses that are going to challenge you so it helps you in life.
So on that note, Coach, what has been your greatest challenge as a coach?
Getting kids to believe that it's about the team rather than individual successes. That's a big challenge because everyone wants to be good individually in the game of basketball. They want to be the best scorer. They want to be the best rebounder. But when you can put all these guys together as a group and then together they buy into it and they work, you're much more successful when you have 5 players on the court who bought into it.
And what are a couple of ways that you've been able to do that?
We put them in against talented groups like we talked about. Also, another way is that we do drills where they're something where they're not going to be successful. Maybe they can't get a rebound a certain way or a turnover or something that might occur that way. That's another way we challenge them. And then the fact that I want them to go out there and be ambassadors for our program. When the kids see them around the community and they see that they're good people, that's another thing I like to see. So, they're out there, they make they're a good ambassador for the program, and it's a good way to represent not only DP, but themselves and their families.
Absolutely. You've done a great job of doing that. You guys always have good citizens and good players out there.
Woo! DP!
Thank you.
Trujillo, see you over there kind of hiding out. I got a question for you, sir. So, what's it like playing varsity as a freshman and now a sophomore?
It was kind of a big step because I played club, and that was a lot different from we weren't really running plays and learning defense. Now I'm varsity, I'm learning a lot more about defense and how to run it correctly and run plays and stuff like that.
Absolutely. And DP is always historically known for having a lot of young talent, and they're all moved up pretty quickly. Well, do you enjoy it? Do you like it? What's fun about it?
Oh, yeah, I enjoy it.
Crowds? It's wild out there, everybody chanting your name, huh?
I remember last year we played against San Marcos, and Coach put me in at the end, and it was just roaring in there. It was loud. I couldn't even hear anything. It was just crazy. It was a great experience. Going back a little bit, and just a little bit, I'm not too old, but as an 18-year-old, it's tough. So I can only imagine what it's like as a 14-year-old. Did they chant anything specifically? Do you remember anything? Were they giving you a hard time? Yeah, I remember when I made a basket. They were saying, he's a freshman, and stuff like that.
That's gotta feel pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it feels pretty cool.
All right, I know you guys are all student athletes, so students come first. What are you guys looking to do as far as academics go after high school?
Anybody.
Mm-hmm. Just because you got a sweet name.
Academics, for me, I know academics is, as we said, number one, and that's what I'm trying to do, and I know I want to pursue something that I like and sort of sciences, and I really enjoy learning like that. I'm in the engineering academy.
Wow.
And so,
awesome.
What about you, Jayson? What are you looking to do after high school?
I'm looking to get into professional training for young athletes.
Cool. And funny thing is, I see Jayson working out all the time. He's working on his game. He's working on his strength. I see you guys around town, guys.
And we see Coach Gill in Spectrum all the time. He's in there working out. That's why he's going on American Ninja Warrior. You go in there, it's look out. He takes over in Spectrum.
Go. Diego.
Planned after school.
Oh, right. I'm just trying to take challenging classes, things that'll get me into good colleges. I'm not really quite sure what I really want to do, but still trying to figure that out.
Awesome. Hey, Terri, you had a question.
Yeah. Oh, yes. There you go. Thanks. You know, I often see films where people had the highest points of their lives when they were athletes in school. And I wondered if that has ever impacted you to think, how will I continue the success that I've experienced here so that it isn't some distant highlight in my life, but it has informed the way I'm going to spend the rest of my life. I'm just curious if that's occurred to any of you and what your thoughts are on it. So I'll turn it over to anyone who wants to answer that.
Somebody step up.
Thanks.
I mean, it's...
And we say who you are.
Oh, my name's Ditmeijer.
Okay.
And I mean, like, it's pretty tough to balance basketball with school. So I think I understand what you're talking about. Like, you can see it as like the highlight point of your life, but you also want to think about your future and your grades and all that stuff. So, but you know, it's pretty awesome to be an athlete anyway. So that's what we're looking forward to. Yeah.
Coach Joe, I'm so excited to hear your attitude. The challenge is so important. Anybody can do an easy shot, but to practice the hard ones, that's how you're going to get the ones. Let me ask one of your students, what's the hardest part in dealing with your coach?
My name's Ditmeijer. And the hardest thing with coach, you mean like grades-wise? Anything. Like during a game, if we don't get back on defense, he gets pretty pissed off. That's probably the reason.
That's a good coach. Passionate.
I'm Eli, and I think one of the hardest things would be probably in game. Coach tells you something and you have no clue what he's talking about, some type of play, and you just look at him like, what? And then you go on to the next play and you just mess up, and it's really embarrassing.
I'm Diego, and I think Coach likes us to be like good people, and so if we get into like a little conversation or anything with another player, he doesn't really enjoy that because he knows that like we shouldn't be doing that.
All right.
My name is Jayson Williams, and I think his main focus, like he said, is more than basketball in its life. And as a teenager, sometimes it's harder to see what adults see, and you might have a little attitude or here and there, and he might not like that, but you're a teenager and you're just being a teenager.
Nice. Say who you are.
Anthony Trujillo, and after the games, when we don't do what Coach says on the scouting report, he'll address that to us, and he'll just be kind of bummed out, and it's just kind of tough, like kind of putting him down, but he gets on us, just good.
All right, I heard a lot of negative. I'm going to hear one good.
Yeah.
All right, you know something? We're going to go to break, and then I'm going to bring you guys back. Okay, we got 9,000 kids out there, but I'm going to bring you back because we can't let it like go like this. We want to let on a positive. So I want a positive adjective when we get back. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. right after the news. And Dr. Energy.
Yeah.
Where else can you find us?
Well, you can hear us at 11 p.m. on Tuesdays.
Nice.
And you can also hear us Sundays at 2 p.m.
Yes.
And for all you night crawlers, you can hear us Monday at 3 a.m.
Woo! Sloan, finish it off.
You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook us, and teensportsradio.com. I got to get back in the studio.
That's awesome. We can fix it. That's what's so awesome. Okay, I left you guys with a challenge at break. All right, I want to hear a really positive, spiritual adjective about Coach Joe here. All right, what do we got?
I'm Anthony Trujillo.
All right, Anthony, bring it. You're going to start us off right here.
Coach is very energetic. Like
energetic!
In practice, when Nathan Johnson goes up for a dunk, he'll just try to get in his face, trying to like a bump in the air. It's pretty cool.
Nice! Woo! I like it. All right.
My name's Diego Riker, and Coach is very caring. I think, like he cares about what we do on the court and also how we act outside.
Nice.
My name is Eli Wopat, and I think Coach, he's really open when you have like anything you want to talk about and like conflicts. You can like just talk to him, and he's really nice about that.
Like that.
Hi, my name is Jayson Williams, and I don't know about an adjective, but I think a phrase would be his great expectations and really getting the best out of all of us as individuals.
Nice.
Hi, my name's Ditmeijer, and I think Coach is really awesome. I don't know, that's the word I was thinking about. Because you can talk to him outside the court about anything, and he helps a lot.
Oh, I want to play that's a good coach. Dr. D had a question.
Now, Erica, you remember last week we had the gals in here.
Yes.
And the coach had an interesting perspective on the players on the field in this case when they weren't playing up to their potential on the field and what she would say to them. And
put it back on them.
She put it back on them. And I wanted you to address this, Coach, and then the players as well. That she said that if she saw one of the players not giving 100% out on the field, she didn't attack. She didn't jump on them and say, "What are you? Why aren't you done?" She would say, "You obviously don't care about your other teammates. You obviously aren't. You don't want to help them." In other words, trying to, in a manner of speaking, motivate them through trying to draw them in and saying, "Look, you're part of this team. Get with the program," kind of stuff.
Well, when I see kids that are players, if they aren't playing up to their potential, basically I point back to a situation where they were playing to their potential. And what's the difference between that situation and this one right now? The other thing is I allow my captains peer pressure. They're the ones that put it on their teammates. Hey, you're letting us down. We're working hard. You need to be working as well. And that's why they were voted as either a team captain or a coach's captain, so that they have that responsibility of leadership as well. So I don't always just throw it right back at them in their face. I will never do that or berate a student or a player during a game, but I will pull them aside and talk to them. What's going on? What's the difference? Why, in this instance, could you do this, but right now you can't do it, or you show me you're not able to? So it's a good learning experience, and these guys, like I said, they're great young men to have in my program. I have 13, actually 36 with the 3 teams, and we're just a big family. We always say family first with this group. So they put me through some really good situations. They challenge me as a person, and I've grown as a person and as a parent and as a coach. So.
Yeah, there's so many different ways of coaching, but they all lead to the same result.
I got a quick question for you, Coach, before we go to break. Club. So how has that affected high school programs, if you don't mind? I know. Looking at, he's shrieking. Don't shriek, okay? No, don't shriek. Just lay it out. It's got to be hard.
It is. I know there's some very good clubs out there. I know there's some people with great intentions. Clubs and public schools just sometimes don't always see eye to eye. I won't say anything bad against the coaches because I know some of them. They're actually very nice people, and they do good things for good kids. And it's just hard because I think there's an expectation when you're a club, when you're paying for a service, that you're going to be told how good your son is. And at the high school level, no one's paying me. So basically, if they were good in their club and then they come to the high school and all of a sudden I'm the bad guy because I say your son's not as good as you were told these last couple of years, that's where we have the problems. That stands out. It's hard. It's a fine line. And like I said, I love the club coaches. We have really good relationships. In fact, my youngest son plays on a club team. So, I know it's double-edged sword, but it is a good thing. And they have the right intentions. I have to share with a club volleyball guy right now. And and we've had open dialogue with him and his family about that. He's in a club volleyball team during the basketball season. We have a pretty good relationship. We talk about it. I have to share him. I understand that. But I know that down the road, he's already being looked at by Pepperdine, he being Eli, Pepperdine and UCLA to play volleyball. So,
great.
So I do know I need to share. So, but that's my club.
You hit it on the head, absolutely. But yeah, like you said, the only way to get better at basketball is to play as much as you can. So, however you're doing it, it's a good thing.
Thank you, Andy.
All right. Hey, let's take another quick little breaky boo, and we've got so many kids out there. Boys, thank you for being out here today. Really hope you enjoy the shirts. If we can help you out with any fundraising, give us a call because that's what we're here to do. Okay, help you guys raise some money for your programs. So that's what we like to do. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more guests after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. We knocked that out of the park. Hey, Terri. How are you doing today?
We are doing so great.
Your hair just went back. It was so
Did it
loud.
blow back? Did it blow back?
Nice.
My hair blew back.
Somebody cracked open a window.
Well, we're hoping yours will grow back.
There you go. There you go. Aw. Hey, Dr. Energy, where else can you find us?
You can find us at 11 p.m. on Tuesday evenings, on Sundays at 2 p.m., and at Monday at 3 a.m. in the morning.
All right, Sloan, bring it home.
You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and teensportsradio.com. That's my rock and roll com.
Yeah, bringing it down. All right, Andy Gill, who'd you bring?
So I have Maddie Cleek.
Maddie.
Yeah. And Ruby Albaran. They represent girls varsity carp basketball.
Yeah. We don't forget you. We don't forget you.
Remind me again, you guys are both juniors, correct?
No, I'm a senior.
Senior and a junior.
Okay.
So I've seen them play numerous times, and they get after it.
Nice.
Maddie can shoot. Ruby's a defensive monster.
Nice.
But I actually have their former JV basketball coach on there who kind of wants to give him a little plug.
Fantastic. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Hi, everyone. I'm Amy Bryant. I am the JV girls coach here at Carpinteria, and today I brought two of our varsity players, but I just wanted to give them sort of kudos because I had them as freshmen when they came into the high school, and they've both grown immensely since they were freshmen, and it's so great to get to watch them at the varsity level and see what they've accomplished over the last couple years.
Fantastic. Now, the program is building, right? Would that be a good year for this year? Didn't you graduate a couple of pretty good girls in the years past, and are you up and coming, or?
2 years ago we graduated a couple good girls, and then last year was definitely a building year. We're hoping for like a really good season this year.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
So just kind of remind us a little bit, what have you guys done this season, and when does league start for you guys?
This season, preseason, we've been 3-5 with a couple really good games, close games, and then season starts this Thursday for us.
Fantastic. Personal goals, though. What are you personally looking to accomplish, Maddie, on the basketball court?
Personally, I'm looking to accomplish working on my shot more and getting better shot selection and more layups and such.
What about you, Ruby? So everybody has a dream when they play any sport. My dream was to dunk, and to this day, it never happened. So, what about you? What is your absolute dream on the court?
My dream would be to just be a better offensive player because I'm more of a defensive player.
All right.
Good answer.
Yeah. Sweet.
I got to ask you, when you're on the court and the bleachers are clapping and screaming, what do you think? What are you thinking? How do you concentrate?
Good question.
Oh gosh. A lot of times, it's better to like block out the crowd. So a lot of times I don't really even hear the crowd just because it gets blocked out. But when I do, it gets kind of like nerve-wracking and a little scary. But usually it's easy to block out the crowd.
That's a pro. Yeah. What about you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I try to not listen to the crowd as much, but it gets into my head sometimes.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So I know your big-time local rival is Bishop Diego High School. That's Erica's home.
Boys Club.
Yeah.
He's home. That's right.
When's that next game? I would love to go see you guys play. I think that would be a fun one.
Do you know?
Oh.
I'll take that one. We only play them once, and we actually just played them this week. So you're going to have to wait till next season to see us play Bishop.
I'm there.
Unless we meet them in a tournament, but most likely it'll be next season.
Terri, you had a question.
Yeah, what attracted you to be playing basketball when you first went into school and had a choice of what sports to pursue?
Personally, I started playing basketball since I was 5, and like my dad played basketball, and like my whole family basically played basketball, and like I just liked the sport, and like I just kept going at it.
So it runs in the family.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
So is it safe to say that this is something you want to continue, like maybe play club in college, or try out for a team, or?
Yeah. Hopefully, I will be playing for Santa Barbara City College.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Excellent.
I'd like to know how many hours a day you spend practicing your half-court shot. Because you know there will come a time when you will need it. It's a buzzer beater. Huh?
Yeah,
How
definitely.
often do you practice that?
Actually, we do sometimes in our practices. We do these things called Legos at the end of our practices, and they're just like extra things for like a fun part at the end of practice. And a lot of them are like half-court shots or like long three-pointers, just in case we need it.
Erica, I love these names. Today, it's Lego. Last week, nutmeg. New terminology for the 21st century.
So the head coach of the varsity team calls them Legos because they build up throughout the season. So you collect your Legos, and the person with the most Legos at the end of the season gets socks. That's his thing.
I used to do blenders. Okay, and at the boys club when I did it, that's how we finished every single practice since the kids were blended cards. So if you made one half court, you got a blender. Okay,
I thought that was an exercise you were talking
no.
about.
The kids will do anything for a milkshake. Let me tell you. I just
I'm thinking
cook it
like
from,
on that.
No. And the thing is that as I got older, it wasn't as fun. But then what I did is, if anybody made it, was blenders for the team. So then you get that whole team, getting into
Community.
it. And I got to say it, I got to shout out to Hayden Slott because we won a buzzer beater with the half court shot when he was in 5th grade for like league championship. So they do as a coach, they pay. And I would have bought blenders for the gym. Okay? So it would have mattered. And they were like $3.90 back then.
Right.
So I'm just saying.
I miss those days.
Am I the only one in here who doesn't know what a buzzer beater is?
Well, that means that.
Dr. D, explain it.
It is a shot that is released literally an instant before the buzzer goes off, and as long as it has left the player's hand, if it goes in, it counts. If it's released as or after the buzzer sounds and it makes it, it does not count. So that's why they call it a buzzer beater.
But they still get a blenders.
I'm going to use that term in my house now. The buzzer. I'm going to give him buzzer beater.
In the car by this time.
Beat the buzzer, get a blender.
I have a question, ladies. How difficult is it? I mean, you're playing a varsity sport to manage the grades. How are the grades doing? And is it difficult? Do you get a lot of support at Carp, for being an athlete, and a scholar? So how's that working for you?
We have this. We started an after-school program.
Nice.
And they help us a lot. And
is it tutoring?
Yeah, it's tutoring, and we have tutors there to help us. And
nice.
We have a lot of support from our school.
Fantastic. So when you have games and such, you get a little extra time, right? I mean, or like an away, you don't miss any. We used to miss school. If we had when we traveled in high school, I lived in a little town, so
it shows, Erica.
I know. Well, thanks. Thank you. Okay, that's why I do radio. Okay, I'm not much of a writer. Exactly. So, if you miss a period, and say the next period was a test, so you just do makeups. Is that the same?
Yeah. Also, with our games, all of our games this year start at 7, and so even on away games, we actually don't miss any school for the varsity team. I know the JV team misses a little bit, but the varsity team, we don't miss any school unless we have. The only time we do is if we had a CAF game and we have to leave extra early to get down there, but usually we don't. But if we do miss anything, we have a lot of support, and our coach is also really good about if we feel stressed out, he'll give us extra time to come late to practice or something to get our stuff done.
Nice. So is your team structured more of a run and gun team, or do you have some big girls on your team where you're working mostly inside? What kind of?
I think we're a little bit of both, a little bit of outside and a little bit of inside. It depends on how the other team sets up their defense for our outside. If they're playing more inside and tight, we look for our outside shots, but then if they're really spread out, we look for layups and inside stuff.
Nice. Fantastic.
Do you guys play any other sports?
I play tennis as well in the fall.
And then, I used to play softball, but I'm thinking of doing track this year.
Sweet. Nice. Try as much as you can. It's high school. It's the last time it'll be free. Do it and play everything. That's the one. Yeah.
Do you get a lot of pushing from your parents and coaching, maybe coaching. Oh, did you try this or did you try that? I know you said your father helped you a lot. Do they still try to coach you or?
Not really. My dad gives me a lot of advice, and like I obviously take it from him, but they don't really do that.
Okay, that's good to hear. Yes.
Sometimes my parents do. A lot of the time, I'm kind of a player that doesn't really like to talk about the game with my parents. More just like a reflect by myself. So sometimes they give me advice, and usually it's pretty good. But a lot of it, they like have kind of learned that I know that
you have a coach already. You have a coach already.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Hey, you guys want to give shout-outs to any of the rest of the players on your team? Let's do it. We got 2 more minutes. Go on now. You got to start talking to everybody. Let's go. You know who.
Thank you, team.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, I got to keep talking, otherwise you can't have any dead area. Give me a name. Coach, somebody say some players' names. Let's go.
Just want to give a shout out from Maddie and Rubi for the girls varsity 2014-2015 season.
Okay.
We start this week, and we're hoping that it's going to be a good season.
All right, good. So each one of you right now, we got 1 minute. Pick a player on the team. Just pick somebody. You got to pick somebody.
Hey, Harmony Reed.
That's all right. I like it. Coach, you want to say something?
I just want to give a nice thank you to all of the girls who have played on the JV team and are now on the varsity team. You make it enjoyable to see you, and also sort of a gift to myself to see what started on maybe the freshman and the sophomore year work its way up to the junior and the senior year.
Nice. Now, am I right? Because I know you've been out before. Are you part of that program that they have after school to help support the kids? I know you do run some kind of program, right?
I actually do not participate in our Step Up program after school, but I also coach girls softball, and that's why I was in here last time.
That's right. Oh, there you
got
go.
Softball after school.
And how's Carp softball looking this year?
Carp softball is going to look great.
Okay.
We do some preseason workouts just for the girls, but we haven't actually started our official practices. That'll happen after basketball season's over. But
going to come out again with
absolutely
a bunch of players. All right, you happen to know one of our co-hosts, right?
Yes, I do. I just happen to know him.
I said Andy Gill. I didn't guess. I'll just call my girlfriend. That's all right. Hey, let's. We got one more segment. Nobody go anywhere, ladies. Thank you for being out here. This is Erica Salter, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salter, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday,
9 a.m. right after the news. Dr. Energy, fill us in. Where else are we?
We're on Tuesdays at 11 p.m., Sundays at 2 p.m., and Monday at 3 a.m.
All right, bring it home slow.
YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and teensportsradio.com. That's my air voice.
Oh, my God, sig alert now. Sort of on the freeway. Just like, hey. Who did you bring?
I brought somebody very exciting. I brought Jen Barron from Girls Rock Santa Barbara.
Nice. Woo! Girls do rock!
Yeah, and she brought 2 of her students, Sofia and Jade, and I got to ask her, what is Santa Barbara, Girls Rock Santa Barbara all about? I know you started it not long ago, and it's very successful.
Yeah, we started it in 2012. And we are a music and self-confidence building program for girls 6 through 17. We currently have over 500 girls in our program, and we run 44 programs a week. So,
holy cow!
That's great.
Fantastic.
That is just great. What's so unique about this program?
I think what's the most unique piece of it is that we're building girls up and traditionally showing them like roles in music that you wouldn't traditionally find a girl in. So saying like, you can be a drummer, you can be, a lead guitarist, and actually giving them female role models. So all their mentors are female, saying like, well, here's a drummer who's a woman, and this is a reality that you can, envision and see.
That's great, because I know everybody can't be an athlete, and somebody's got to write the music for the happy dance at the end of the scoring.
Touchdowns.
Yeah. I was just out on the 49ers Levi's Stadium in San Jose a couple weeks ago, and I ran from the 50th to the end zone, and I did my happy dance. So that was good. So awesome. Nobody was running after me, but that was it. But I got to ask Sofia, how long have you been in the program?
I was in the program the very first week it started, so almost 3 years ago.
Wow. And how old are you now?
I'm turning 11 in February.
Wow, that's great. What's your best experience so far with the group?
I loved when we did the after school program, we got to do separate in groups and be with our friends and write a song together.
That's great. Jade, what's your tell me about your experience?
My experience with Girls Rock has been pretty well. I was also in it since it started, and I've seen like the process over the years that we've been doing it. It's gotten way more better and more entertaining.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 13.
13. Okay, so you're really doing well. Do you play an instrument or do you sing?
I sing and play bass.
Oh, okay, great.
Your voice is an instrument.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
So my question, actually, Jen, your program, the Girls Rock program, is based on a program that originated somewhere else. And these are, can you share a little bit with how the program works and how it's in many cities and just real brief how that all works?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are one of 86 programs worldwide, and it's actually originated in Portland. What else can I tell you about it?
Non-profit? Not-for-profit?
They're not. Yeah, they're all non-profit, and they are all separate entities. But what's pretty awesome is that we get together once a year at a conference on the East Coast, and all of us come together. So all these programs that support women, and rock music. So some of them have adult programs, some of them are kids programs. And we get to, have workshops and spend a week together.
So you come together and collaborate and create and get inspired again and come home.
Yeah.
And, I just really want to kudos to you because she's done an amazing job promoting and all your marketing, and the program's strong. How many girls are in the program right now, your school program?
Yeah, so
after school.
So we're starting program again, so we've been on a break for the holidays.
Right.
But there'll be around 100 girls. And we have last year in 2014 we had 520 girls go through the program.
Classes run daily?
They do, yeah, Monday through Friday, and then we have a summer
location?
program. 2 different locations. We're at Santa Barbara Junior High a couple days a week, and then we are also at the McKenzie Adult Building in McKenzie Park.
That they still use that. The building off of Las Positas?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. If people want to know more about your program, where can they go to find that out?
girlsrocksb.org.
Check it out. More questions for the girls, our rocksters. What has been your most inspiring moment in the program so far?
Probably the first day I came here when I got to see how the bands worked and how all the adults teaching us how they did it, and it was pretty amazing to watch them do all the instruments.
Awesome. Jade, what's been the most inspiring moment for you?
The most inspiring moment for me probably was when we all met, and most of us stick to it, and I just see like the difference between when it started and now. And
awesome. Now, do you have any of the older students who've been with you from the beginning? Maybe they're junior high school age, or what are the ages of the program? First of all, the girls.
So they're like six. We start them at 6. Sometimes we have little 5.5-year-olds that we let in. And I think our oldest student right now is 15.
Okay. So with the older students, I noticed that I helped out last summer for a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you starting the girls have been around a little bit older, a little bit longer, starting to help teach more like an assistant or moving into a little bit of leadership?
Jade came this summer, right? And she volunteered and helped out with the younger kids. So I think that, that level of mentorship, so having girls that have been in the program that are getting to be a little bit older come and help out with, the little ones, I think is awesome.
Just naturally happens.
Yeah, and it's great.
Awesome.
And during the camp setting, so during after school, they're separated by age group, but during camp, they're all together, even though, they're separated by age in the bands.
Yep.
But it's nice, so they'll be eating lunch, and there might be like a 7-year-old and, a 15-year-old, and like this happened last summer where the 15-year-old was teaching the 7-year-old ukulele, and
I love that the girls don't have to just stick with one instrument. They get to move around, they get to check out different things, they may play 4 different instruments by the end of the term.
Yeah, I mean, Jade, what have you played? You've done a lot.
I have done vocals, bass, guitar, and drums.
Awesome. Hey, I want to ask something. I don't know if you guys can knock it out of the park. I'm sure you can. I want to be wild. I just know it. Who wants to belt something out? We got 2 minutes to go. There you go. All right. We don't have a band.
We got in the house.
All right, but whatever you want to sing.
So I'm going to sing At Last by Etta James.
Oh, can't wait.
That's funny.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over. And life is like a song. Oh, yeah, at last. The skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clovers. The night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I have never known.
Woo! She killed it! She killed it! Hey, it's go time. This is Erica Calder. We thank Terri, Sloan, Andy, Joan. God bless Santa Barbara. See you next week. Please tune in and join us next Tuesday at KZSB AM 1290 at 9:06 a.m. when we will go behind the scenes with the local students, athletes, coaches, parents, volunteers, and all other teen sports supporters. This is all brought to you by ePro Insurance Agency, leader in gift planning and wealth preservation since 1983. So please follow along and support our student athletes by reading the Santa Barbara News Press, and then join me, Erica Calder, the Queen of Teen, Dr. Dugan, my co-host, friends, teens, every week on the Santa Barbara News Press radio station.